Quiet on set, please.
Quiet, please.
All right, roll cameras. A speed.
B speed.
C speed.
Mark it.
Ragtime Annie, take 2.
Thank you. Hold it. Okay. Set and action.
You've been playing fiddle for how long? 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
It's been many years. I've been playing since I was probably 7 or 8 years old. So, 60 some years, I guess.
What got you started?
My grandfather, my mom's dad, Kilby Reeves, played fiddle. And his 2 sons, my 2 uncles, Tom and Bert Reeves, they played fiddles, and I wanted to do what they were doing. I studied some classical music when I was in school in the state of Maryland, where I was born, and studied for 5 or 6 years, and it was structurally very helpful. My parents moved back to North Carolina, where they were born and raised, and I was 13, and there was a lot of this kind of music in the mountains near Sparta, North Carolina, in Sparta, and so I grew up there and played with a lot of great local musicians and got involved in going to the fiddlers conventions and that sort of thing, and just kind of lit a fire.
So that piece you played for us, Ragtime Annie, you mentioned that was kind of a classic.
When I started out in the early days with it, it was one of those tunes that I just felt like I needed to learn, and I still need to work on parts, but there's so much to these old fiddle tunes. I said, well, what can I do to make this a little different from, say, this fiddler, the way they did it. And because, some of my heroes and fiddle players, you know, they play these tunes, and you're never going to play them as good as they played them, so I might as well figure out another way of doing it.
Who are some of your heroes?
You know, there's Kenny Baker and Byron Berline, Vassar Clemens, Mark O'Connor. Where do you stop? I mean, you know, there's Stephen Grappelli, Venuti, all these people.
Your audience says that they can actually hear when it's you playing. They know it's Fiddler Tim Smith because of the sound of your fiddle playing.
And that's a nice compliment. You know, it really is, to recognize your voice. So, here. So that's the violin I played today, and it's made by John Montgomery. John is a friend of mine. He's a fine violin maker in Raleigh, North Carolina. And he built this instrument in 2019, and I heard it in his shop. I was down there getting a bow rehair, and I said, well, John, I guess I can't afford that instrument, and I'm still not sure I can, but I really like it. A lot of musicians I've known, you know, they got a different instrument every time you see them, and I'm one of those people. But I'm going to probably hang on to this one for a while.
You played for us earlier with your son, Andrew.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about the experience of passing the music along.
Oh, wow. It was just awe-inspiring when he decided he wanted to play guitar and then learn to play music with me. And that's been really a joy. We don't get to play all that much, but when we do, it's always a lot of fun.
He didn't quite take after your footsteps since he's playing guitar. Who could have inspired that for him?
My dad played guitar, and it was primarily rhythm guitar, and we would play at home. You know, he didn't really want to play publicly, and he got to the point to where he just wasn't able to do that. And then Andrew came along, and I kind of got him started on the guitar, and he's listened to all these, and not me, but all these other great guitar players that you need to listen to this guy, you need to listen to this guy. And we've done some of these things on some shows and things, you know.
Any recent projects?
I got a new record that I've been working on, and there's not sure when that's going to be released, but Andrew actually played guitar on a piece that I wrote. And so I was thinking of my dad when he did this, and some of the runs that you would make playing rhythm guitar, which my dad was a big Charlie Monroe fan. So Andrew heard that, and he said, "You want these runs?" I said, "Oh, absolutely. I'd love to have those." So yes. So that one piece will be on the new record. I just love the violin. I love to hear all the different sounds. It's a unique instrument, you know. It produces its own voice.